Good evening, Central Indiana, and welcome to JTH Construction Studio. This is Porch Time, and we have guests in studio. And I will say this real quick before it happens. If for some reason we disappear for a little bit, we have a backup plan. So hang with us. We're going to try to get through this. We are trying to make changes, and if things happen, no sweat. We have a backup plan that works. We proved that this morning. Once again, we are live at JTH Construction Studio. Get a hold of Joe Hankins for all your construction need. 765-913-8599. American Basement Solutions, Mr. Larry Ralph Sr., 1-877-409-2837. Fathom Real Estate with Teresa Messmer, 765-341-8911. A minute into it, we're doing well. Wellspring, Mr. Bob Goodrum's Group, 765-342-6661. Colton Goss, how you doing, sir? Stitz Comfort System, 765-346-0195. Trapper Tim, Nuisance Wildlife Removal and Pest Control, 1-765-913-7553. I'm like, is it pest control, or can I give him a list of people that are kind of pests that he could control? I got to ask that. Logan's Cosmos, 765-318-3388. Wayman's Furniture, Appliance, and Mattress. Give Mark a call at 765-342-4339. Stop in there and see him and tell him you heard his ad on Porch Time. The Yard Barber with Andrew Payton, 765-318-4108. Livewire, Tommy Walls, Electrical Consulting, 765-792-4012. He's a member of the Coffee with Kevin Club. And last but not least, our guys at Hometown Nutrition Martinsville. Stop in there tomorrow morning, get you a boosted tea or a protein shake. 765-315-0738. Whoo! How you doing, Luke? That's it. That's all I got. Now the fun begins. I have two young ladies from the Mooresville 200 in studio. Regina Shelby, hello. How are you?
Hello. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Easy drive down from the Mooresville to Martinsville.
Angie drove. It was good.
Angie Kath is the other young lady in studio with us. How you doing, Angie?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm just happy to have you guys in here. I'm going to learn a little bit tonight.
Yeah.
You guys are both on the Mooresville 200 board.
Yes.
Yes.
And can you explain to us what the Mooresville 200 is, and then we'll go from there.
So the Mooresville 200 is to celebrate the Mooresville's bicentennial year. Our goals are to have as many events as we possibly can within Mooresville to celebrate the birthday of Mooresville, and give community members something to do.
200 years, that's a long time.
It's a long time.
And it's a year-long event.
Yes.
But it's the biggest events are coming up during the eclipse.
Yes.
And you've got a full fun day planned, right?
Full fun weekend.
And side note, you're an event planner.
Yes.
So they kind of got you in a good spot.
They do.
If it goes well.
If it goes well. If it crashes, I may as well just chalk it up and move away.
I told her.
Right.
No, I'm sure it'll be fine. I know some of the people involved in some of the things you're doing, and you've got some of the best people around.
Yes,
and,
we do.
Look at it this way. If the people of Mooresville don't get on board with it, there's only going to be about 100,000 other people in our county.
Right.
So somebody's going to like it. Your numbers are good. I mean, you've got a good chance here. Okay, what's up, Nick? I'm that 10-minute mark's coming up. I'm like, fingers. All right, so starts Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
I'm sorry, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. The eclipse starts Monday. Can you tell us a little bit what you got going on each day?
So to start with, on Saturday, we're going to have vendors downtown. The downtown streets will be blocked off. We'll have vendors. We'll have live entertainment going on. Plenty of things to do. 5 East is doing a beer garden for the weekend.
Oh, very cool.
We're also working on a permit so that we can do open carry throughout the town for the weekend.
That's a good idea.
Yes. Makes it more exciting. People get more relaxed that way.
Right.
And then Saturday, all day at the park, at Pioneer Park, we will have a kids zone. Bounce houses, obstacle courses, things for the kids to do. And then Saturday evening, we'll have concerts. So I have 2 concerts Saturday evening from 5:30 until 9 to entertain people, keep people going. We'll have plenty of food trucks in both areas for the weekend.
I may not.
You probably do. You might have that.
What day is that?
It would be April 6th.
The Filter Kings and Rose O'Neill I'm sorry, that is not.
No.
That's here. I'm on the wrong.
That's okay.
Yeah, I think they're at the venue on Saturday.
Yep, I gotta find the Mooresville.
That's right. I think we have them as the Wombleys.
So we have the Wombleys and Cook and Bell
Okay.
for Mooresville on
And
Saturday.
if you've not seen the Wombly, I've not seen Cooking Bill. The Womblies are phenomenal.
Really?
Good.
Yes.
Good.
Have you not seen them?
No, I haven't seen them.
Oh yeah.
They come highly recommended from Rob
Oh,
Helms.
yeah. How you doing,
So
Corey? Yeah, they are phenomenal. Rob has great connections,
Uh-huh.
and they play Cedar Creek. They play the venue. They played. I don't know if we've had them in here. Maybe a few of them, but we've had 20 music. We have to clear all this out, but musicians in here playing instruments at one time before,
Awesome.
and it's insane.
Wow.
But we have fun with it. Corey, can you hear us? And everything running smoothly at the 6-minute mark? I know it. I'm jinxing myself. How you doing, Joe? So you got the concert?
yeah,
Saturday.
so Saturday night concerts at Pioneer Park, along with the Kids Zone, food trucks. There's going to be a beer truck at the park on Saturday night. And then we'll lead into Sunday. Sunday will be the street fair downtown all day, 9 to 9. Kids Zone at Pioneer Park again on Sunday from 10 to 6.
Wait a minute, 9 to 9?
Mhm.
Ooh, makes for a long day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You got to entertain these people somehow.
Right. Over 100,000 extra
Right.
people.
Yeah.
Right.
So they're just going to be
Right.
wandering.
I have to ask what streets are going to be blocked off.
So essentially the square, Indiana and Main.
Right there.
Right.
At the
Mhm.
cross, pretty much.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So anything that we normally would do for Victorian Christmas or street fairs, that's what will be blocked off
Okay.
for the weekend.
I know we're here for the Mooresville 200, but there's some other events I want to talk to you about before
Okay.
we go,
Mhm.
because I know you're involved with some of those. You probably both are. Maybe, maybe not. We're going to find out.
Pop quiz.
Pop-
Okay.
These ladies are fun. If what they've got planned is anything like they are, it's going to be a fun time in Mooresville. So Monday.
The best day of them all. Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
So all the festivities will start at 9 a.m. on Monday. They'll go until 6 p.m. So that
3 hours
goes
even,
for
2.5 hours past
Right.
totality.
and that's to kind of keep traffic in town.
Yeah.
So to avoid the chaos,
right.
because Homeland Security is telling us up to 12-hour traffic delays
Oh yeah.
for Monday. So
Yeah, and not to make light of it, but I think a lot of people are underselling what's going to transpire.
absolutely.
Now, our
Mhm.
our county officials are not, and the city officials are not, but I think a lot of the residents are like,
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree.
And if you multiply when they shut down 37 and pushed everybody through the city,
Right.
if you multiply that times 10, that's what we're going to have
Right.
in our town.
Mhm.
And in your town, it's going to be just as bad.
Yes.
Mhm.
And it's just amazing to me that the amount of people that's coming.
Yes. So as of last week,
Yeah.
the current count, and this is based on, so our EMA, our Homeland Security, our conservation, they kind of all do
Right.
meetings with different places that have experienced this before. And as of last week, we're looking at 125,000 for
I heard
the
it went
county.
I heard it went up.
For the county, it's
I
125.
talked to Abby last night, and I should have. She's coming in on air here before too long.
Abby Worth,
Oh yeah.
I love her.
Oh, she's the best.
She's the best.
Her and I go way back. Did a few events together, and she's been in she came in originally when she was just a volunteer fireman and everything at the old place, but she's taken a good path and she's in a good spot.
Yes.
And
I
happy
just
for
spoke with her this afternoon, and she's always so happy and upbeat and very
She's always been that
willing
way.
to help and
She's
full of information.
full, all right. That's what I tell her. I talked to her last night during the storms. They were up at dispatch, and I said, if you need to call in, just let me know, and we'll make it happen.
Right.
Luckily, while we were on, it didn't happen. Anything really too bad in our area. So now the businesses downtown Mooresville,
Yes.
they're all on board with this.
Yes.
Are they staying open?
Yes.
That's the key.
Yes.
That's how you get it to past the red tape.
It's
people.
very exciting that it just seems like everybody really wants to be involved.
Yeah.
But that's why I do what I do, is to keep my businesses in town going and keeping them afloat and do work for them. So the more I can get them on board and the more we can, keep them open, the better.
That's a plus.
Yeah.
That is a major plus.
Yeah.
Because I was on the fall foliage board for a while, and the biggest thing was shut the streets down. You got to get the people there because the businesses are like, hey,
Yeah.
you're killing my traffic flow.
Right.
Mhm.
So you got to get the people here. And so that was always the key is, hey, we got to get the folks downtown. And on rainy days, it was horrible.
You need that foot traffic.
Yes,
Mhm.
ma'am. You're well aware of this.
I am well aware.
So Angie, how are you involved? How did you both get involved in this? Who approached you? Who formed the board or 200?
Well, the 200 was actually created in like 2019. I want to say we were getting ready for, all the behind the scenes work for the bicentennial, and the original board. Some of the members are still on. Diane Herkamp, Jim and Sharon Taylor. I think Shane and Rebecca were part of the original board.
Yes.
And then Regina joined.
That's Regina.
That's
good.
Regina.
We're good. Whatever you guys want to call me tonight, it's fine.
I say Regina.
Right, professional Regina.
Right, I got to keep it.
You joined months before me. Several months before
I
me.
joined in 22.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then I joined May of 23. I'm the treasurer for the organization. We are a 501c3.
Okay.
So the Mooresville 200 Bicentennial. It's a 501c3 nonprofit organization.
I like your jackets.
Oh,
You got the
thank
jacket
you. Yeah, I wore my logo
I
wear
was about
today. And I
to.
also wore our lapel pins. So our lapel pins we are giving out to members of the community that do amazing work or that we can showcase. We're
Students
partnering
of the month.
Students of the month at Mooresville Christian Academy. We just
Very cool.
yeah. So we're we didn't order a whole lot because we wanted them to be a special thing. So yeah, that's my lapel. I don't know if you can see it on camera very well,
Yeah,
but
looks good, yeah.
And in 200 years, they'll be,
yeah,
They'll be
they'll
keepsakes.
be
Antiques.
awesome. Yeah, so
They'll be worth at the
Yeah.
400. They'll be worth millions of dollars.
there you go.
right,
Yeah.
Pass it on to generation.
yeah.
We still talk to folks that haven't heard about their April. I know that's Rick and
Yes.
Debbie. You guys know them. They are the Peregrine Homecoming
Oh
people.
yeah.
Great folks lived out of
Yep.
Peregrine, and they do their event, and they've got their 100-year anniversary coming up
Right.
for Peregrine Homecoming.
Nice.
So this area was booming 100 years ago.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Mooresville, Martinsville, and Peregrine. So
Absolutely.
Yep.
it's just it was a big metropolis.
But they're
back
right. It is amazing how many people just have no idea.
Right.
then. And
Hey,
the
this is coming.
Some do, but they're like, okay, it's an eclipse.
Right.
I get that you say it's just an eclipse and it's not really that big a deal, but there's cult followings to this from
It's
across
huge.
the globe.
Mhm.
So people ask me all the time, what's the big deal about this? Why is this such a big deal? Well, one, we haven't had one since the 1840s
Right.
in Indiana that you can see.
I'm old, but I'm not that old.
Right. And we won't have another total solar eclipse in Indiana that we will be able to see until 2099. So this is quite literally a once in a lifetime
We've
thing.
changed the pattern, but we do sell shirts. I'm
Yes.
just throwing that out there.
We sell shirts too
Clip-
to
We
support
do.
the Mooresville
But a clip
200.
shirts is what I'm saying.
Mooresville200.com. Yes.
Well, you guys,
Yes.
you guys are shooting both barrels at me now. Corey, I'm gonna have to call you in. Where you at? Need a little help?
Yeah.
It should be a fun day. What are you guys expecting? Have you done a guesstimate on traffic wise in your immediate downtown or anything like that? Just large crowds.
Large crowd.
You're hoping
Yeah.
for.
I mean, people.
The concert's free.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I
Bring
have
your own
another
chairs.
concert on Monday.
Okay, yeah. Tell us about that.
So Monday after the eclipse finishes at 3:30, Bicentennial Park in downtown, we will have Adam's Heart Mother
I've seen them.
Pink Floyd tribute.
They're
I
very
am
good.
completely stoked about this.
Are you a Pink Floyd fan?
I am.
You will be in awe.
Yes.
They're
Really?
phenomenal. Yes.
Very
Yeah,
good.
Yeah.
I'm completely stoked. And of course, it kind of goes with the
Yeah.
with the territory.
When you see all these tribute bands that we've had in here and in Cedar Creek and everywhere, and when they're singing the covers better than what you heard back in the 80s and
Ouch.
90s, you're like, oh my gosh.
Ouch.
The AC/DC Thunderstruck group, you're not going to compete with Angus and the originals AC/DC, but the way they sing them, phenomenal.
Right.
Adam Hartmother, phenomenal. There was another one, Corey, if you're on, there's just been a couple where just like these people are better than the original version,
Right.
but they weren't playing in the 80s on the radio every day
Right.
back then. But hats off to them. It takes a lot of work, and Rob does a good job scheduling these places and getting them in. And And now you do that.
I
You're
know,
an
I do
event
that.
planner. What made you want to be an event planner?
So I owned a store in Mooresville on Indiana Street for 3 years.
Was it Reds or Biff's or what?
Baggage. I owned a
The
boutique.
best BLT.
A ladies'
Biff's.
boutique. Right?
So you remember Biff's?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's good food.
Right.
And sometimes you got in a fight in there every now and then. I'm just saying. Anyway.
Yeah, small town.
So you had a boutique on?
I had a boutique on Indiana Street
Okay.
for 3 years, and foot traffic in Mooresville is not great. Right. So the businesses in town struggle. We had another lady in town that started sort of a street fair style in the parking lots in town. Her business closed and she moved on. And I said, I can't sit and let the street fairs not continue.
Right.
Somebody has to do this.
Look at you.
And so I
grabbing the
have
reins.
made it my mission
Wow.
to help our downtown businesses just succeed.
Well, outside observer, but I drive up that way to work. I work in Avon, and sometimes there's many avenues you can hit, and you go 267 right through the center of town
Right.
if you wanted to, and I can go up R67 Ronald Reagan. But when you guys got hit by the storm,
Right.
and that building sat and decayed for a year, I know we won't get political. We don't want to turn this into RBF here.
My store was still open then.
Were you on that side?
Yes. So I was right across the street from the building.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
so-
over by Nosh.
Next door to Nosh.
Yeah,
yes. I
good
was the
people.
big yellow building right next
I
door to
know where
Nosh.
you're at. Nosh is good people.
So when they finally came in and tore the building down,
Yeah.
Indiana Street was closed for 11 and a half weeks,
Yeah.
which is kind of
That's
what
not good for business.
what caused my demise. Yes.
So I'm hitting a sore spot here, aren't I?
No, you're fine. You're
yeah,
good.
Yeah,
Because I love what I do now.
I seen it.
The face.
Yeah.
See, I told you my face will say it
Silver
before I
lining,
do.
look what you're doing now.
I love what I do now.
And you're
I love
working
it.
for the people and
Yep.
making it happen.
Absolutely.
So how'd you get mixed up with her? Through the board?
Angie and I have known each other for a while.
Wow. I'm going to say 8 to 10 years.
Something like that.
Maybe, yeah.
I think I came to you for a loan in like 14.
So 10 years.
You were
now?
still at the bank then.
Yeah.
So you were at home bank. Now, where are you at now?
I'm at MJW Mortgage now.
Where is that at?
We have an office up in Keystone at the Crossing.
Oh, you have to drive all the way up there?
Well,
Work
you
from
know,
home?
I do work from home. But like a lot of my business, I'm out doing sales and presentations and,
Right.
you know.
You work from home.
She's
I
a mover
do.
and a shaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Busy on the computer.
Yeah, I'm busy here.
Grease behind her.
Yeah.
No judgment on sweatpants.
Hey, if I could do
I do it too.
Why do you think I'm trying to make money to do this? Because I would run this 24/7
Right.
from my home, and it would be fun.
Right.
But it's not the way the world goes all the time.
Yeah.
So you guys are part of the committee that put this together. It's been going on for a couple years.
Right.
Is that group involved with any other events, or is it just this?
So our
One and
first
done.
event was the end of January. We did a dance through the decades.
See, we need to stay in contact.
You
I
right?
can take this stuff on the road.
See? Yes. Absolutely.
That whole box over there, that in that black box, that's everything minus the monitors. That's the same thing we have here.
Oh, nice.
So we can do that, or we can just take the
I
iPad.
would love to have you at least one of the street fairs.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to get into some of the ones you do. Let's just do that now, and then we'll circle back around to the 200. You do the Victorian Christmas.
I am now the president of Victorian
Are
Christmas.
you
Yes.
really?
Yes.
I have. Where is my sister-in-law? She will just be. Her kids love Scrooge. And I
That's
can't remember
awesome.
the name of it.
I'm so glad.
They love it. Bethany goes up there. You guys know Bethany Lathan?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
She's amazing, and she's part of our group. We're blessed. She likes it, loves it. Always says, "You guys should come up here. We should go live." And I was like, we've got to water the plants or something. And it's November, I think.
The first Saturday
The
of
first
December.
Saturday in
Yeah.
December.
We normally, is that the cookie stroll down here?
Probably.
See, that's
It's the same weekend. Yes.
See, that's what it. We do. We do a couple things fundraiser wise that time of year,
Right.
along with the Christmas tree event. And then we do the cookie strolls going on, and we normally have a canned good drive for the Red Barn because they're feeding the community
Right.
at the end of the month. But is it one day? Is it Saturday?
It's one day. This year I'm actually expanding a little bit. Since
What are
I'm
you doing?
Since I'm now the president of Victorian Christmas.
You're going to turn it, aren't you? You're going to break it here on Breaking News on Porch Time right
party.
here?
Yes, breaking news on Porch Time.
Let's hear it.
Yes, hear it first. So this year we're starting off with the tree lighting on Friday night, as we usually do. At 7:30 after the tree lighting, we're moving into 5 East for the very first Victorian Christmas ball. So this is going to be a full dress right across from Bicentennial Park.
Right next to the building that fell during the tornado.
I'm going to tell you how I know that area. Zydeco's. That's all I got to say.
So 5 East is between Zydeco's and the building that was hit by tornado.
And I need to go back to Zydeco's soon. I love Cajun food.
Yes.
You let me know.
And Debbie's great.
Will me?
Yes.
Gladly.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I love Cajun food.
So we're going to go... Yeah, so we're going to go right from the Christmas tree lighting into the very first Victorian Christmas ball. So this will be a full Victorian style, full dress.
Well, I can't go to Walmart and pick up that era of clothing.
You're right.
But as a kid, if you ever dreamt about an era you wanted to be in, that would have been it.
Yes.
Everybody looked so dignified and well dressed and well mannered, and we're gonna have a duel.
Right.
A duel.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just wasn't no arguing. And they just,
Correct.
We're gonna go shoot it out, and then we're gonna go back here and smoke cigars.
Right.
But everything just seemed very dignified back then.
Yes.
Not that we haven't gotten away from that at all, but anyway.
No politics today, remember?
Oh, I'm sorry. We're good. We're 22 minutes in.
Yeah.
We've kept them at bay this long. So yeah. So you have to be dressed.
You have to be dressed.
Wear shorts. I
Right.
wear shorts like 360 days a year.
Not on that day.
I could change into pants and then go.
Maybe put some suspenders with them.
Can you rent those outfits? Is there a place at rental?
There used to be one in downtown Indy, but I think they closed after COVID. So yeah, but there are quite a few.
So where would you get them? Where would you?
There's quite a few makers online.
Okay.
You can actually put your measurements in and order,
and then you have it for the next ball.
Right, then you have it for the next ball. Yeah.
Very cool.
Right.
And I'm sure you could probably find something, like if you didn't have the funds to have one made, you probably could look around Halloween.
Amazon. So I've gotten plenty of dresses for Victorian Christmas Day on Amazon.
Well, I think women could track things down like that easier, dresses and stuff. But the men outfits.
Men are super easy though. Like
white button down, maybe a vest and some nice tan pants or something.
So just almost a prom
or wool, anything wool.
Or wool, yeah.
Wool
That's
pants.
what I'm thinking. It would have to be a
Right.
wool outfit.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be hot. But it's
December.
but you're inside. And there's alcohol going to be involved.
This is also true.
So I'm sweating already now just thinking about this. Woo!
So yeah, we're gonna have the first
I'll have the shorts
ever
underneath. I'll be like, take these off. I'm in here now.
Victorian Christmas ball, and then the next morning, obviously we will have Victorian Christmas Day. Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So you're just starting this out this year fresh.
Yes.
Tickets.
Yes.
Will be on sale.
Tickets will be on sale. Victorian Christmas, we actually have our own website now too. So everything will be for sale on the website soon.
So I'm going to be nosy. Is that a separate committee?
It is.
Okay. So that's what I was shooting for there, not you guys.
Yes.
So that's a totally different group.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
She just happens to be
I just happen
the
to be
president of that group.
now,
Right.
They're pretty much.
Not
Yeah.
yet.
Mr. Williams is gone now, and now you guys are taking over everything. So I'm surprised Shane hasn't joined us yet. He loves us down here in Martinsville.
We do love Shane.
We do.
He's fun.
Shane's a part of the 200
Is he
executive
really?
group.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
He
our vice
calls in and
president.
gives me grief all the time. Or calls it and he'll pop on here. Just
Shane is our vice president. Rebecca Williams is our secretary. Yeah.
so it's a who's who of Mooresville, pretty much, isn't it? With Angie and
The movers and the shakers. That's
The
what we
movers and
say.
the shakers of
Yes.
But you have to admit, if you guys grew up there, and
I did not grow
I
up
did
there.
not.
where are you from originally?
Elkhart.
Oh, Notre Dame land.
Yeah.
I went up there for a softball tournament with my kids, and it was in Elkhart, and we drove over to. It was in the summer, of course. It was only like 160 out. We drove over to Notre Dame Stadium and got on the field. The old timer let us on the field. It was during their construction. Someone said, Mike Tinsley says, hi. Angie."
Hi, Mike.
So, yeah, it was very cool.
I don't know where my
up there.
camera is.
Right there.
Okay.
So, and where are you from originally?
Biloxi, Mississippi.
Are you kidding me? Why?
And I just tried to say that in my
besides the gators.
non-southern voice. Like, it hurts sometimes.
Besides the gators, the scorpions, the killer bees, and the fire ants, why did you come to Indiana and the hurricanes?
I met a military man.
I was at Polk for a while.
Really?
That is the hottest. Fort Polk in the center part of Louisiana is the hottest state I've ever been in my life.
Yeah.
There's no breeze from the Gulf, and it's stagnant swamp.
And I lived on the Gulf. There's still no bridge.
Down there. Yeah,
There's still no breeze. I lived right outside of Keesler Air Force Base.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know where you're at.
Yep.
I lived here, and we moved to Corpus Christi, moved back, and then when I got in the military, I got sent down there, and that was fun.
Yeah, because Keesler, then the beach, and then the casinos. That's how it goes.
Well, that's all. Well,
That's why there's no breeze anymore, because there's too many casinos.
when I was in Louisiana, it was a very poor state, and I Bob Den from here played for Michigan State, and they played LSU in a bowl game down there, and we went down there 4 years later. And there were casinos everywhere. And I was like, they weren't here
Right.
when I was stationed down here, I guarantee you. I mean, they were everywhere. I
The last time I
Alexander,
was-
Shreveport, and they were everywhere.
The last time I was home, 21, there were 17 casinos in Biloxi.
Wow.
It's a good way to lose your paycheck every week, though. Yeah, can't do that.
Everybody in Biloxi works for a casino.
Wow.
I mean, it's just how
why
it is.
not?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
like Mexican restaurants
Right.
here. We got them every corner.
Pizza joints.
Pizza. Well,
Car places.
Well, we do Mexican restaurants, and we do. I think that's the biggest one. Is a lot of pizza places, but a lot of Mexican restaurants
In
too.
the South, it's casinos or Waffle House.
Oh my! See, over in Louisiana, I would hit the mom and pop Cajun places.
Oh, yes.
And I mean, I could live there for that reason alone. Down to that part of the world, I love the food.
There's a seafood restaurant right on the beach in Gulfport called Whitecaps.
Yeah.
It's my most favorite restaurant.
They got hit hard though.
They did.
Um,
That was kind of a sore spot, is that it was all about New Orleans
yeah.
and all about Louisiana.
But didn't another one come in after that just recently, last 3 years maybe?
Not as bad.
Not as bad as, because I thought
That was
Beaumont,
more of
Port
like
Arthur,
the Florida, Alabama area.
Okay. I thought Beaumont, Port Arthur, Lake Charles, and then over to Biloxi got hit in that area too. Maybe not.
Not
Might have
as
just been a
bad.
tropical storm. But yeah, I mean,
We have those every Friday.
I was going to say, the hurricane parties are real. That's not, it's in the song.
This is
but
true.
it's true. I didn't believe it till I
Yeah.
got down there, and I was like, wow, they really do this stuff. So, all right, let's get back to the matter at hand. These ladies are here for the Mooresville 200 to pay honor to the celebration of Mooresville's 200th anniversary.
Yes.
And the big eclipse coming in.
Eclipse.
One's an event planner, and one lends you money. So it's kind of a good thing. Did you go to her for money and say, hey, we need money?
Well, not for the eclipse, no. Angie, we need some money.
Yeah. And you can donate to the Mooresville 200.
I was going to ask.
Yes, at
sponsorships
mooresville200.com.
are-
Yes,
are
we are accepting sponsorships.
50C? That's what,
501c3.
501c3?
Yeah.
We are.
And we will accept we'll accept $1, but we have
There's a donation tab on our website for you.
that you can do.
Very cool.
You can go $5 to $5,000. It's up to you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about the 5K, but maybe the 5.
I could run a 5K.
Well,
Maybe walk.
I can drive one now.
There you go.
I hate, them running days are long ago. So what if do you have corporate sponsors or anybody
We do.
businesses sponsoring?
We do.
How do you
Yeah.
go about that?
Business sponsorships.
Right.
I mean, Citizens Bank is a large sponsor for us.
Yep,
The town of
one our key
Mooresville.
sponsors. Yep. I was just getting ready to pull those up.
Greens
Um,
Roll Off is one of our key sponsors.
Yep. And I know you're.
Hello,
Angie's
Allison.
getting
Hello,
lost.
Lily. Do you need my Wi-Fi?
No, I'm good. So our key sponsors are Citizens Bank, the town of Mooresville, and then Greens Roll Off.
What's Green's roll-off?
Dumpsters.
Yeah, dumpsters. They're providing the
Dumb me.
dumpsters for the
Get it
eclipse.
together.
I'm struggling here.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic. That's a big
Yes.
It's a big help.
Big.
Yeah.
Big help.
People
Yeah.
do not realize how much money goes into portalets and dumpsters.
I've spent it all on the Eclipse, just so you guys know. I'm like, oh, we can do this too. It's just another $5,000. It's fine.
Yeah. Somebody added the website.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's awesome.
William, thank you, sir. Oh, it's William Walls.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He is the best.
You're awesome. Thank
He's
you.
a part of our. We do coffee with Kevin every morning at 6:30.
I know you say hi to me almost every morning.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're a member. You
Yep.
are a proud member of Coffee with Kevin, and he is one of the gentlemen. At first, he's a sponsor of the show. Second, he's a good friend. He's been involved with everything down here for years, and he lives right behind Need the Dough Bakery.
Oh.
I know it. I'm like, so we've been covering the Fall Foliage Parade.
Mm-hmm.
First few years we got to doing this, we put a float in the parade, and we filmed the crowd. We went live and filmed the crowd as we went through there, and played games, throwing stuff in buckets. So then we started setting up here and covering the parade. Well, last year, we officially became part of covering the parade for the Fall Foliage. So they wanted us to set up the first corner there, and hang a left. And he lives right in that area, right behind Need the Dough. So we set up in front of his house. He's got a buffet going on the whole time. So like, I mean, his family's huge and his friends are huge, and just a big crowd. And so we're eating and laughing and having a good time. And the whole time, Need the Dough's right there. I'm like, I could not live here. Are you kidding me? You walk out that door, I'm like, I'm going to go get me a donut. I'm
Sugar
sorry.
drunk.
Oh, every day.
Yeah.
But besides that, anytime we could call him up, and I have some stuff in here, and he's come over and helped, and a great guy.
Yeah.
Really great guy, and he sponsors everything in the community. So
Yeah.
We need more sponsors, William.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Please.
he'll probably reach out to you, because that's just the type of man
That's
he is.
wonderful.
He's a good
That's
dude.
very
And we appreciate everything.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Everything.
Well, the cities are intertwined. We're only 14, 15 miles apart.
Mm-hmm.
I have family that lives up there. Everybody's got family living in one or the other anymore, it seems like. Even Monrovia now seems to be in that triangle of
They're getting
we're
there.
spreading out everybody. But we need to cover more events up there. We're
Please.
working on a sponsor up there right now at actual Mooresville business that we're trying to bring in fold. So
Nice.
we want to grow this year and do more things, and that was one of the things. Is the obvious thing is start moving north with some
Right.
stuff.
Yeah.
And so
Well, you guys are welcome at my street fairs anytime.
really, well, that's
Anytime.
awesome.
Bring you a table, set up. I'll throw you a canopy up in the morning if you need me to.
We got canopies. We know how to play that game. We've done it.
Yes.
Um,
I like people that have their act together.
and I did not
Oh, I
say
spoke
that.
too soon.
I've seen posts there wanting to do something with Main Street. What is the plan?
Wanting to do.
Are you talking Mooresville, Mary?
Oh, so the street is probably it's
Yes, redevelopment commission.
The Redevelopment Commission is working with Banning Engineering.
Yes.
To
revamp Main Street
Yeah.
in 2025.
Which one's Main Street? The east and west,
Yes.
north and south?
East and West.
Okay, east and west.
Yeah, so that won't actually start until January 25.
But they're getting community input right now.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Expand it.
They're going to upgrade. So we're getting some upgrades.
They need to widen it.
That's been talked about.
I mean, but you're gonna. I mean, when you start shooting down the hill heading south? I mean, you're already in the liquor store parking lot, pretty much at the one corner.
Oh, that's Indiana, not Maine.
I'm sorry.
Get it together.
Maine's this way, you said.
yeah,
Maine
so,
is east and west.
East and west. I thought you
Yes,
said north.
Indiana's north and
That's
south.
what I thought.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that wouldn't be a bad street, though. You've got room there on a majority of the way.
Right.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah. We have really nice sidewalks that if they do have to expand, it's not
Yeah.
going to
Right.
Yeah.
be
There's
too
room.
much.
Yeah.
There is room.
Yeah.
But one of the really amazing restaurants in Mooresville, Ralph and Ava's, they have outdoor seating.
Uh-huh.
And so I was really afraid that they would take some of that seating for the
It's actually been
expansion.
talked about that they're going to expand even more to make
Yeah.
outdoor seating for all of our restaurants downtown.
That's
That
what Brian
That
Cobb
would
said
be
too.
wonderful.
That's
Yes.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
You're getting into a subject here because we eat. We like to eat on this show, and we talk about food, and that's like our number one thing.
So you need to come try to distinguish wing. It's our new restaurant in town.
I want to hit that. Hang on. We got to talk about the weed. You're joking. But this has already been discussed in full on this show. Barzik, Seth.
Barzik. Yes.
Oh,
I'm friends with them. They're friends with the show.
Seth is the best person ever.
The pig wings at Barzik, if you've not had them, are phenomenal. I've contacted him for events, and he'll be like, stop by Ralph Neighbors and pick up a gift card. That's just
they're amazing,
and he takes care of us. Owner of both Ralph Neighbors and Barzik. Now, distinguished wiener.
Ween.
Weenie.
Just ween.
Just ween.
It's not wiener?
No.
Now I have to bite my tongue.
Distinguished ween.
It was distinguished wiener.
No.
Because it's a hot dog place.
It is a hot dog place.
Hot dogs are wiener.
I agree with you. But he cleaned it up a bit by saying ween instead of wiener, right?
He's leaving it open for interpretation.
Yeah. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Where is the distinguished wiener?
So they used to just be a food truck.
Dongs?
No.
That'd make too much sense.
Stop.
It's juvenile in here tonight.
So they used to be just a food truck, and they would do all my street fairs.
See, that's probably where I've heard it prior to and
Probably.
sampled it. So,
So now they are in the old Hong Kong building. They bought the old Hong Kong building
where's the old car?
across from the liquor store on Indiana Street.
Okay.
Yeah.
What used to be the Dairy Queen. And then it used to be the gun range.
Right.
Wow.
And then it was
You've been in
Dongs.
Mooresville for some time.
I moved to the area in 2000.
So how do you know the history like that? You're just good.
I'm a foodie.
Amen. Same.
Welcome to where you belong right here. This is it.
Yeah.
We eat online. We don't hesitate. We have fun. So have you been there?
Yes.
What is it? Incredible Ween? Distinguished.
Wing.
Yeah.
It is very distinguished.
That was not. That was an actual. I couldn't remember. Distinguished.
The
Wing.
Button family are friends of mine. They are fabulous people, and they make fabulous food.
The Buttons, are they from here?
I think they're from Mooresville.
I don't know.
We love Sal's in Mooresville. My sister loves Sal's in Mooresville.
Sal's is good. Yeah.
Well, see, I'm
And Distinguished Ween is right next door
Right
to
next
Sal's.
to
okay.
Sal's.
No,
Yeah.
no, I know exactly. I'm gonna hit a sore spot here on Mooresville.
Okay.
Because you had the greatest restaurant. Of course, Gray's is there. We know about Gray's. Everybody hits Gray's.
Yep.
But when my kids were all little, we could take them to Ponderosa.
Oh, I love Ponderosa.
And they would they thought it was like church.
You know, it's been great spending time with you too, but I gotta go.
It was like church.
Ponderosa.
It was like church
Stop it.
and a restaurant.
That's like saying Sizzlers needs to come back. Come on. No.
It should.
And for $7, you could get a steak and a potato and then
the salad
and
bar.
the buffet and the salad bar.
Yes, and my little ones, one would like popcorn shrimp. The other one wants nothing but mac and cheese and mashed potatoes.
And the chicken wings that were like these big.
It was the greatest place
It was
to go get
amazing.
stretch marks on the planet. I could sit there and eat all day. Literally. Bing's, formerly Hong Kong, is the best. There you
Yes.
go.
Bing's is amazing.
Yes.
Yep.
But when they took Ponderosa out, it just right in the
Did it
chest.
crush your soul?
And I mean, I had some fond memories with my little ones in there too. So it was just, well, we had Golden Corral down here, and then they took that out. I'm pretty sure we supported that because when you got 3 in diapers, we had twins, then we had another one a year and a half later, and you're trying to feed them growing up. All of them want
Chinese
different.
buffet.
Yep.
Yes and no, they weren't big Chinese buffet people. So, but they were Golden Corral and they were Ponderosa. Now Golden Corral is like $75 just to walk in there, so we don't do that anymore. Now they're older anyway. 2 of them turned 24 this month, March. So anyway, we love talking about food on this show, and you're going to have some street vendors with who you got coming during the 200. You got a list of the vendors?
Not with me.
The food vendors?
Oh, during the eclipse.
Yes.
So Distinguished Ween will be at the park.
Okay.
And then they also have the restaurant in town now, right? So I've got.
They make shirts. They got to have shirts.
I don't know if Andrew has shirts.
I
or
know a guy
not.
that makes shirts.
But if he doesn't, maybe we need to tell him, Andrew, you need to get shirts.
I know a guy that makes shirts.
I've got Yolanda's Soul Food. She's going to be with us.
I think she's been down here before.
She's fantastic.
Yes.
She does like collard greens and
Yes.
chicken. It's fabulous.
Is Zydeco's doing anything?
So it's my understanding that Zydeco's will be open for the weekend. Yeah.
Fabulous.
Yeah. She's not normally open on Sundays and Mondays, but
Right.
she's going to pull out the stops for us.
I went in there right when she first opened, and she came up from New Orleans after the big hurricane, and I talked to her for a little bit because I was telling her about Fort Polk and stuff. But phenomenal food.
Debbie knows anytime I get homesick, I come in.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
I can just go there and eat red beans and rice, and I'm fine.
Yes.
It's delicious. So
Yes.
you're gonna have excellent food. You're gonna
Gumption
have
Chef is going to be there with us. Gumption Chef.
Okay, I heard of them.
He'll be there with us.
What about Shaggy's?
I don't have a Shaggy's, but I may need one.
Shaggy's he came to the Christmas thing,
Okay.
and he serves just a little bit of everything. Good dude. Yeah, I could shoot you some names.
Please.
Yeah.
I'm always game for new. I like to make a rotation.
Yeah.
I don't like to have the same stuff every time.
Right.
I like to
Well,
keep
you need a
things new.
variety too.
Yes.
Right.
You know, you need your burger joints,
Right.
and you need your
Right.
chicken joints, and now you got Cajun food, and on down the line,
Yep.
and you've got winged and stuff like
Winged,
that.
yes. And Grumpy Gringo. Grumpy Gringo will be there.
Is that
Tacos,
Tacos.
nachos. Grumpy Gringo has the best street tacos I've ever had.
where do you get him from? Indy?
Yes.
See, the Rob gets one from Bloomington that comes up, sells Mexican food. But I mean, what's his name here on the square now has a truck. I don't know if they go out to events, but he parks it.
Smoking Crew?
No. Here, Los Reyes.
Oh.
Oh.
They have.
I didn't know that.
They park a truck over here on the weekends.
Interesting.
So, because people, it's packed in there, then
Right.
they just drive over the truck and get tacos to go home.
Right.
Nice.
But I'm telling you now, the best taco burritos in town, Miss Amigos. Phenomenal. You got to go in there and try it.
Okay.
Yeah. The food trucks are hitting. You got to have them. And if you guys are going to be 9 to 9 on Sunday,
Yes.
9 to 9 on Monday.
And
No.
Saturday,
No, not-
Sunday
yeah,
is 9 to 9.
6
Monday's 9 to 6.
on the day of the eclipse.
Yes.
Wow. And you got
I'm going to feed people.
and you're gonna
And-
have stuff for them to drink.
We're going to drink and we're just going to have a big Mooresville party.
Now
the
is
whole
that at
weekend.
Pioneer Park, the big ones,
So Pioneer Park is mostly kid zone,
right?
kid oriented vendors.
Los Reyes does go all over. Thank you, Rick.
Fun food for the kids at the park, and then the concerts Saturday. Downtown's going to be more, family, adult focused. Black Dog Brewery. Black Dog is going to be my over 21 venue for the weekend. It's going to be fabulous. They're doing all kinds of stuff.
Are they really?
Oh yeah. So I made a list so I wouldn't forget anything.
Don't forget anything.
So
We don't want
Friday
forgetfulness.
night at Black Dog, they're releasing their new beer for the Eclipse. Total Eclipse of the Hops. Right?
Catchy. I like it.
Jeremy's got it right.
I like it.
Saturday
Nothing
evening,
you can
they're
say.
having a glow party. So they're going to black everything out and have a big glow party.
I like it.
9:30 to midnight there. Sunday, they're doing Hair of the Dog brunch.
Wow.
Yeah. And hopefully they have their new liquor license so they can serve.
We mean new.
So right now they're, brewery, it's beer and wine only.
Okay.
So
they're shooting for
they've
the
moved
trifecta.
in to try to get, the
Like
spirits
Cedar Creek.
license. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. And then
Hello, Christy.
Monday from 1 to 10, they're doing the Eclipse party. So, and they've got prime viewing at Black Dog
Oh yeah.
out there in the middle of the open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't think people are taking it. I'm not saying they're not taking it serious, but I think they're underselling just how many people.
Absolutely agree.
Eli, thus far the internet gods have been kind to us. We've been running 44 minutes, and I can't even tell you what I did. It's so secretive, but I'll text you later. I'm looking forward to it though. We have some stuff going on down here, and then of course you guys are all weekend, and then our group will be at the fairgrounds, and we're just gonna. I asked them, and they said, yeah, "Have at it." We're gonna just maybe bring our Blackstone over there and cook off the flat top of it. We're gonna go
I was really disappointed when they decided not to do the camping or anything at the fairgrounds anymore.
Well, they did. They were
going to.
They put it out there.
Yep.
And then people said, we're not paying. And so they said, okay,
We've
never
got
mind.
people paying to camp in Mooresville.
I understand that. But I don't know PR wise or advertisement wise where they were putting it.
Right.
But I was like, I'd have gotten me a billboard, put it right
Right.
on the highway and said, here, contact this number for camping during the eclipse. But we're going to get there a few days. We're going to go probably Friday night or Saturday and rope off an area
Right.
for us to set up because you never know. There could be 50,000 people show up there on Saturday and say, hey, we're camping here.
Right.
And that's the thing. When the meetings that I went to, they did reports and checked in stuff that's happened before. And they followed up with the towns and like the farmers.
Yeah.
They're like, there are people just camping in our cornfields. Pulled off the side of the highway and camped in our cornfields. And they don't see them until it's not an area you drive down. They're back there. Wait a minute, there's people back there camping.
Mooresville's prepared for that.
Yeah.
I've made sure that we're on top of that. We have Mooresville Towing is going to be our exclusive towing for the weekend. So when we have people in places they're not supposed to be, out they go.
I have a friend who is very good, has a drone service. And it's right there, Eli Haggard's drone service. And I think the county should use him or whomever.
Right. To go search.
Yeah. Especially if I was a farmer and one of these big farms around the outskirts, I would hire a guy like him and say, hey, I want you to fly over my house every hour on the hour for 2 days.
I've tried to tell people, I've tried to let them know, hey, if you've got somewhere you don't want people to be, you better block it off. Do something.
Yep.
Put some caution tape up. Put signs up, something.
Come in.
Right.
I mean,
but if you've got your stuff up there, then you can get them out of there, and it's all their fault, and it has nothing to do with you.
Yeah. And what the biggest concern was that let's say 100,000 people show up. Since April, what is the plan if we get storms today to handle the crowds? That's a question that we're going to ask Abby Worth to answer. Let's call her up.
She
Abby.
is the EMA director for Morgan County now.
Yeah.
There you go, Haggard Phone Service. There are some that are hoping for rainy days.
No, absolutely not.
I'm not saying you guys.
Talk about weather.
Yeah.
But okay, and I've said this on air before. Some of you guys are missing that there's even more going on than you know. Purdue University could be in the Final Four. That is Saturday and Monday that weekend.
Yep.
The bars are going to be packed with Purdue fans if they're there.
Well, they're up.
You could. Oh my.
I knew this was coming. When you started saying Purdue, and I knew this was coming.
My daughter goes there.
I'm killing that camera. It's not like I've got Goss and the rest of them pop on here. They're Carl and Zach, and they're but the Final Four of men's college basketball is that Saturday. Purdue should be there. And even if they're not, that's still a huge drinking day for middle-aged.
Well, then we'll
younger
have to
men.
tell 5 East to put some TVs up with the games running.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Monday night, here's how you keep them in town.
Everybody's going to be stuck in their cars.
You say, hey, come to here or come to this place. They're going to have the games on. Come in here and stick around Mooresville for a few hours after the event.
Right.
That's what I've been telling people here. Is stick around Martinsville for a few hours after the event. We've got a NCAA, I don't even know if you can say that, tournament party going on. But
A viewing party.
yeah, you can't say Super Bowl and blah,
Yeah.
blah,
To answer Mary's question, local. I want to say local, but it's not really local. So NASA prediction right now for Mooresville for the eclipse weekend is 70 and sunny, and I am crossing my fingers and toes.
So NASA knows a little bit too, since they create all the weather.
Right.
I mean-
Woo, yeah. Here we go with the
Aaron, how you
conspiracy.
doing?
Where's the foil hats?
Easy. It's no longer conspiracy because 98% of it's been proven true. So, but, fingers crossed on a good day for everybody.
Right.
But what I was trying to get at was they're worried about it may be sunny and nice here, and there's people over in Ohio and Kentucky and Illinois
And they're
that
gonna
weren't going to come. Hey,
And-
Central Indiana's supposed to have a beautiful weekend.
right.
Let's go over there and camp out.
So then we're at another 10,000 people.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is going to be the issue.
Right. I have a couple numbers for you that you might be interested in. So Morgan County is listed as 12th in the nation for viewing right now.
12th? Any way we can get higher than that?
I'd love to.
Who's the top? Who's ahead of us?
Texas was
No.
Wide open areas?
So Monroe County is higher than we are.
Why?
wow.
I don't know.
Because they're like a 4-minute.
I was about to say something
8
bad that
second
Angie would punch me for.
Yeah.
Time-wise is how you're
Time-wise.
talking. I was thinking we've got some wide open spaces
Right.
here, viewing-wise.
And then Mooresville itself is listed as third in the state.
Who's 1 and 2? Martinsville.
Bloomington
Oh.
and Franklin.
Franklin, yeah.
I'll have to see them numbers after the show. Anyway, no. So a little triangle. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Caleb. Very interesting, though. 3 minutes and 30 seconds, or 3 minutes and how many?
53 seconds. For Mooresville, 3 minutes and 53 seconds.
seconds.
How long is it for Martinsville? Do we know?
Like 5 more seconds.
354.
Oh, is it one?
Yeah, it's
okay.
not. It's not much more. It's like
So we
tenths
should
of.
be ranked second then, or first.
I'm trying to
What
take
are we
away from my
basing-
party
What are
now.
we basing that off of, though?
So
It doesn't matter. You're
Totality.
totality, yeah.
okay. So you're just pushing it anyway.
Right?
Yeah.
Did I show you my shirt that says totality on it?
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Moon's over Mooresville. Come on now.
Is that what your thing was? Ours was see you on the dark side of the moon.
I haven't released ours yet.
Oh,
secret. Mm-hmm.
so you're pre-planning still.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, right. Everybody heard it.
Everybody heard it.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Church, right there.
Yeah. One thing I do want to make sure that we talk about is that kid zone area that we have in the park.
Yes, wanna hit on that.
We will be selling wristbands for the kids to be able to enjoy if it's just 1 day, 2 days, or all 3 days.
It's $10 for the day. You can unlimited
Okay.
kid zone area for the day, or if you want to buy the 3-day pass, it's $26.
Oh,
And they
very
can
cool.
come
Yeah, 3
each day of the weekend. Yeah. We also have lost child bracelets for the weekend. So
I was going to ask
when
that.
you guys are going to come and visit any of the areas, we will have bracelets for parents to put on the kiddos with their names and phone numbers on them, so that if you get separated, you can find, we
Very
can find
cool.
you, you
That
can
is
find us.
That is a must nowadays.
That's a huge thing.
Yeah.
I don't want any lost babies. I can't handle that.
No.
Also, the big one is we will have another public meeting for Mooresville on March 12th at the high school in the auditorium at 6:30 p.m.
Have you had much response to meetings, communicating at all?
So the first one we had a little over 100 people.
yeah.
And
But
that
we
was in
streamed it
November.
live on Facebook too.
Right.
That's a drop in
And
the
it's-
bucket. How many people you have viewing?
I don't think I
don't
looked.
know.
Right.
I don't know. We're not as tech savvy as what you are.
Are you kidding me?
I mean,
Are you kidding me?
Why don't you come?
If I do my iPad, you should have seen them last night. It was hilarious. It's 2 a.m. and I'm trying to get my iPad to work. Anyway.
Why don't you come live stream it for us? March 12th.
Is it a weekday?
It
Yeah.
is 6:30.
Oh, at night?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh.
So this meeting's going to be open to the public. It's to get the word out there. Hey, this is what you need to do. Prepare. This is how Mooresville is prepared. This is what's happening. Block off your driveway. Stay home if you don't have to go anywhere. The big things right now is make sure that you get your food, you get your prescriptions, you fill
That's
your
the
gas
thing.
tank,
Going to
all
the
before
grocery store would be
Friday.
a pain in the what?
Right.
yeah.
Well, and my biggest concern has been like the pharmacies. So we have all these people coming from out of town that are maybe going to need heart medicine, maybe going to
Right.
need EpiPen, maybe going to need insulin. Make sure that you get your stuff before this
In
weekend
advance.
comes, so that our pharmacies aren't running out, so that we can
Right.
supply for all the people. Yeah.
Just driving from, I live close proximity because of the bridge. Here to Walmart's going to be a chore.
Yeah.
Going from Bridge Street to the high school, will be a chore.
Right.
'Cause
I do have
hey,
shuttles running for the weekend. So
Really?
we have some designated parking areas. Some shuttles are going to run. We also have a group of golf carts that are going to run for the weekend. Now, let
That's
me be
wise.
clear. These are going to be a group of golf carts that have been approved by
they
the
have
police
official
department.
stamp of
Yes.
Mooresville
yeah,
PD.
so that does not mean that you can just take off on your golf cart for the weekend, because that's going to get a whole bunch of people in trouble, and I don't want to see that happen. But we do have some golf carts and some people that are going to be able to move people around from the parking areas, from the activity areas, go back and forth to try to keep traffic down into.
Yeah. But you got a main thoroughfare. People don't understand. 69 and 67
Right.
are your avenues to southern Indiana,
Mm-hmm.
right in the heart of the totality.
Yep.
And both of them converge on Martinsville,
Right.
and they run right through the heart of your community.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And we're not far from 70 either.
No.
So
not at all.
Yeah.
the last count that I got was 90,000 for Mooresville.
Is that it?
And what we're also going to discuss at the meeting then on the 12th is like what to be prepared for when it does go dark. You know, drive with your lights on automatically.
Right.
You know, leading
Make sure
up
you're wearing
to
your
it.
eclipse glasses.
Don't pull over on the side of the road. Don't get out of your car on the side of the road.
Safety first.
Your
Safety
pets
first.
are going to go insane because they're going to be like,
Well, there'll be
"It's-
crickets.
Yeah.
They said like the crickets will actually start chirping.
It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's dark out, Dad.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Everybody keeps saying because all the state schools have now gone to e-learning for that day.
Right.
Yes.
And everybody's like, why are they closing schools? I don't understand why schools are closed. Well,
You're not going to be able to get a bus
Right.
anywhere.
You're not going to be able to get a bus anywhere. And it's happening as they're doing release. And I
Right.
don't think that they want to release in the dark.
Yeah. Tuesday morning still might be interesting.
They have discussed even going in the e-learning
Yeah.
for Tuesday as
morning.
well.
Yeah. Or do the 2-hour delay or something.
Yeah, because
Give
they're
people
still
time to clear
calling, Homeland Security is still calling for upwards of 12 to 16 hour delays in traffic.
Oh, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it a bit.
They're coming.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to flood here. That's, I was going to say something on something you just said. Doggone it. First sign of getting old. I know. I'm sorry.
I can't help
It
it.
happens.
You can't
to
help
us,
me here,
Phyllis.
can you? I'm excited. And I'm just being honest. I'm more excited about the Victorian Christmas because that I'm a Christmas. I got involved with the tree and the lighting and the Jingle Bell Rock and all that, and that'll get me banned now because they'll hear that. They'll be like, "Oh, copyright." I mean, they did that to us before. And I'm like, his dad wrote it. What are you talking about?
Right.
That's him right there. You know, I don't understand that. But looking forward to that. What are some other events that go on in Mooresville throughout the year? You have a lot of street fairs.
So I do 3 street fairs a year.
Okay.
This year's May 11th, July 20th, September 14th.
May 11th, July 20th, September 14th. So you stretch it out over the summer.
Street fairs run 10 to 4, 10
Okay.
a.m. to 4 p.m.
And this is just vendors and food carts.
Vendors, food
Any
trucks.
themes to them.
I've got some local singers that come out and sing for me throughout the day. Sometimes we have a DJ. There's big parties.
Very cool.
Yeah. And again, it's all to support local.
So when are you doing the Taste of Mooresville so I can come up
We're
there?
actually trying to work on something like that for the 200. Yeah.
Yeah. So as far as the 200, we have, January, like Gina said, we had our Dance Through the Decades, and that was our birthday celebration. And then February, we had our Sammy L. Davis Day, where we had the Medal of Honor recipient, Sammy Davis, come into town.
Very
That
cool.
was
Named a street
amazing.
after him. Yeah.
Named a
Very
street
cool.
after him. And the Samuel Davis Day is February 21st. March, we're doing a wine and canvas at 5 East.
Tickets are still on sale for those. We have a few tickets left.
What day is that? 'Cause I'll
It's a
come for the wine.
Thursday,
Next Thursday.
March 8th.
Okay, so
Yeah.
not
Tickets
long.
are $30 a piece. That
You get
gives you
a-
your, painting
Your wine canvas.
ability.
Proceeds
Yeah.
go back to
You
your
also get
committee
a-
to keep doing what
a,
you're doing.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
You also get a wine glass.
You do get a
Mooresville
wine
200
glass.
wine glass
Yep.
with that one.
Very
Yep.
cool.
And tickets are still for sale at mooresville200.com.
And of course, April
Mr.
is
Walls posted that.
April. Of course, is the eclipse party.
June, much
June is the Mutt Strut.
Yep.
What, anything going on in May?
As of right now, no.
Okay. June is the Mutt Strut.
Yeah,
Is that-
we're trying to get
We used to do a doggy parade here.
200
Bethany
dogs.
Put it on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Our goal is 200 dogs in Pioneer Park.
You know what I'm thinking? Gotta have a shovel in the back.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like the parade, the pooper scoopers. You're gonna need a whole crew of that.
Mhm.
That's a lot of
October,
peaches.
we're burying a time capsule.
September.
September.
Yep, September we're burying a time capsule. We're having a whole tent revival, a blessing of the time capsule, and then burying it, I believe, by the town cemetery. Is that?
No, it was my understanding the time capsule is going
Yeah, watch
in
what you dig up
Bicentennial
there.
Park.
Bicentennial Park. You're right.
Yes, right
Yeah,
next
you
to
don't
the
wanna put it in
Founder's Rock.
cemetery.
Yeah.
You don't know what
No.
you're gonna dig up. That's just
Yeah.
not good. So is it 200 years you're gonna leave in the ground?
No.
I think they had decided on 50
Yeah.
years.
I believe.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Very interesting.
Mhm.
Mooresville's popping. You guys
We're
got,
trying.
got it going on.
We're trying.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah.
grays. You got dongs. Dongs is freaking phenomenal.
My daughter lives in New Pal, and she drives 45 minutes to come to Dong's all the time. I'm like, why? She's like, it's the best. I'm like, okay.
Stand at the the fish, and be like, I'm sorry, it's just a buffet. I'm gonna stand there and eat all these. I love it.
I'd rather go to Ralph Navis. Or come down here to Bar Seat because, wow.
I know. That's good, dude. Yeah. And they got great food.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But you got some good restaurants up there.
We do.
Really good
We're
restaurants.
really lucky.
Remember the Lost Name Steakhouse?
Oh,
do you remember the name before it was Lost Name? For a week they had.
I read a story on this.
I was in there. And
did it start with an S? I feel like it started with an S.
I don't know, but he got sued, and so
instantly.
that's why he lost his name. So it went to Lost Name Restaurant, and then he built the hotel, and he was like, "Well, it's the Lost Name Inn, or the Lost Inn, Lost Name Inn."
Yeah, over the theater. But I think we had kids. I don't know, can't remember exactly time wise, but we went there, and it was the original name, and loved it. But haven't been back since. And every time I see it, it's like, I need to go there. Another great gal in Mooresville, the owner of she helps us set a lot, the theater, doggone it, the movie theater there.
Oh,
Joe and
Avampato, Sarah Avampato.
Sarah Avampato. Outstanding.
Sorry, Sarah,
lady.
it's been a long day.
I know. we went up there and rented. I worked at Lost Name as a hostess. Very cool, Mary.
Oh, very cool.
We rented out a whole theater for the Sound of Freedom and donated money to that sort of thing. A couple Angels Hearts or Angels or something like was up there, and we donated all the money to them. So Sarah's great. She always donates tickets to the show when we do fundraisers and stuff.
Yeah.
And
they're really great people.
Yeah, they're good folks.
We would be remiss if we didn't talk about Torchy. Torchy is our mascot.
Yes.
So we.
You know what? I've got a good picture of Torchy.
Show it up to your camera if you can. So you might see Torchy at some of our events. He wasn't at the Samuel Davis Day, of course, but no, it's our torch. So
okay,
Indiana's the home of the state flag from Mooresville. So Torchy is our mascot. So we had one of our sponsors actually.
Boys and Girls Club.
Thank you.
Yes,
it was the
Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah, they sponsored it, and so we have it. We have Torchy we'll have him at hopefully all of our events, and you can even rent him or like ask for Torchy to come to your event.
Is Torchy like 6'5"? What is
Torchy is huge.
Can we see this?
Yeah.
Where am I going?
Hang on.
Here?
There's a little bit of a delay.
You want me to hold? I got live here.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah. So Torchy will actually be at the Carpenter Realtors.
Holy smokes.
Right? Isn't he great?
Yeah, he'll be at the Carpenter Realtors Easter egg hunt coming up.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Torchy.
Yeah. And he will be out for the eclipse as well. Mm-hmm.
And if you're not good at Christmas, he comes back. And it's not nice.
That's fantastic.
So suddenly we got Krampus as Torchy.
Yep.
Very cool. And your phone's going. But it's very cool. Who came up with that idea?
So we've hired Jarbo as our marketing firm to help us out.
Okay.
And I don't know, obviously just joining the group in May of 23, there was a lot of things behind the scenes or things that had already been done.
Already in the process.
So yeah. And I don't know if it was a collaboration of Mooresville 200 and Jarbo. But
yeah, that's how it happened. Something there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Torchy.
Mm-hmm. He's great.
He's really good.
Yeah.
So the individual, we won't give names, but he's obviously a tall person.
So when we had Torchy built or created,
they got step shoes in there. Okay.
Yeah. So
okay.
like they can be 150 to 200 pounds, and then
it was like 5'6" to 6'1", I think, or 6'2"
and that's
was
only
like the
because
limits.
the costume that they're wearing,
Right.
and then like where the arms,
the people that put Torchy together are not from Indiana because we are not within that.
wait a minute.
Because villagers like food, so
we're foodies.
I'm above one of those numbers you gave, and I'm below the other number.
The height requirement.
I am only 5 foot tall. Like
I'm
this
5'8".
is
Gravity's catching up with me. So
yeah.
And could you think like putting one of our big basketball players in that? No, that's not going to work either. Yeah.
Hang on. Here's one of my morning yahoos. Mr. Seth, how you doing? I joined that tall person instantly got fitness. Seth is first of all, he runs the Morgan County Fair now. Fairgrounds. Cool. He's one of. What is your title there, Seth? I don't want to joke too much about it because he does have a very important position. But he is a fan favorite of Coffee with Kevin, and he is hilarious. So we love him. But very interesting. Torchy, you got your own mascot. That's That's very cool.
Yeah, if you have an event in Mooresville this year that you want Torchy,
just come hang out.
Yeah, just let us know. Go to the website and let us know that you want Torchy.
You should have brought Torchy with you tonight. Oh, stop. That would have been phenomenal. I've been like, Torchy.
I don't. He wouldn't.
Yeah, he wouldn't have
made it in here.
Ted Kitchell, IU. Remember IU basketball player Ted Kitchell? Back when they were
Boiler up.
I know. He's 6'8". And we had him in here and interviewed him.
Wow.
And his head was...
Grandstand superintendent.
There you go. At the Morgan County Fairgrounds.
Congratulations.
Yes. His head was pretty much scraping the ceiling.
Oh, wow.
So he's big tall. He's very sick right now too. He's got but he was one of our favorite interviews. Sat right there. And just a great Bob Knight stories and stuff. Hello, Cindy. So anyway, I'm short and tired.
Same.
Short and tired.
Same.
I know, Seth. I was on till 2:30, and then I got up and did the 6:30 this morning, and I've got a horrible headache, and I'm like, I will be in bed before 10 o'clock tonight. I can guarantee you that.
You need softer lighting.
You think?
Yeah.
It dims.
Oh, does it?
Mm-hmm.
That would help with your headache.
Oh no,
Angie just wants to set the mood.
I know. Do I need to show some chest? Baby, can we light another candle over there? There's another.
Somebody light the incense. We're gonna.
Well, I do. I'm a tart guy. If you don't smell that, that's a tart I have going back there behind my leg lamp and my fragile and my flower. So. There's another one of our coffee.
I had somebody decorate one of our poles for Adopt-A-Pole this year as a leg lamp.
Did they really? Isn't that fabulous?
Yes. It was Chunky Monkey. Jess at Chunky Monkey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, decorated one of the pole that she adopted this year in Mooresville. She decorated as the leg lamp. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm extending you more awake and warm now. Oh, he's talking about Trent. Yeah, I'm extending that olive branch to Mooresville because we need to get up there. There's Rob Helms right there. How you doing, Rob?
Hey, Rob.
I think you know
Rob.
both these young ladies in studio. But we're extending the olive branch up there because we want to. He said, "Good evening, all. Good evening, Rob." Start expanding that way, and we're working on some stuff. I do want to be in. I definitely want to come up for the. Victorian thing.
Yes.
Would love to be involved, not involved, but just be there.
Right.
I don't know about the clip stuff. I doubt I drive north.
Understood.
Because then
when I come home Friday night from work, I'm probably be here at the fairgrounds. We'll be live with the Indiana weather guys or be at the fairgrounds, one of the two.
Wherever you're going to go, you're going to stay there.
I got shirts to sell though too. So I mean,
did you have shirts?
Yes,
did you make shirts to sell? Gosh. I can't believe it. I didn't know you had shirts.
Our shirts are already out. I'm just saying.
Surprise.
No, I'm teasing. We have sold some. People are getting into it a little bit, and I think I went into Wings Accept the other day, and there was a kid with a shirt on. I looked at it and go, "Hey, nice shirt." And he looked down the line like, "What's that guy talking about?" I was like, "We made that," but it was funny. I don't know. I'm excited. Street fairs.
Yeah.
Victorian
Christmas.
Concerts. Rob gets mad at me because I have not been up to your beautiful facility for your concerts you have up there.
Well, now I'm mad at you.
And
so.
he has.
Yeah.
Should we address those concerts right now?
Sure.
I mean, since we're talking everything Mooresville now.
Mooresville.
Sure.
It's the Mooresville show. We need to do that. There we go.
It is.
Once a week, the Mooresville show.
You can be a chain.
No, I don't want to do that. But I mean, seriously, we could do once every 2 weeks, or if you guys want to start a Mooresville show where you come down and talk all things Mooresville.
Oh.
Whip his butt.
I don't know.
Trent. I didn't know this is 50 Shades of Trent all of a sudden.
There you go with the candles and the mood lighting again.
We're right back Mooresville. He's okay. First one, Pioneer Park, is the Indigos, and they just released a song.
Uh-huh.
That girl's rocking it. That is at 7 p.m. on Friday, May 17th. Then at Bicentennial Park, Phil Purley Trio, and Phil Purley is Jesus is watching Trent. That's Phil Purley Trio. If you never heard Phil sing, he is amazing.
Okay.
Just amazing. And then we go down, and that was on Thursday, May 30th, my birthday. Just throwing that out there.
Whoa. May 30th is your birthday?
Yes, ma'am.
May 31st is mine.
Well, Gemini power. Boom. What do you know about that? Pioneer Park, Friday, May 7th. Bonham and Holdman, 7 p.m. Thursday, June 13th at Bicentennial Park, My Yellow Rickshaw. And I've seen those guys. They're good. Mm-hmm. And we go down to Friday, June 21st, The Dew at Pioneer Park.
We got it, Rob. We got it. We're covered.
They already yelled at me about those dates already, Rob. 45 RPM. They were in studio here Friday, July 12th at Pioneer Park. Chicken Bone. Is that part taste like chicken, Rob? I think it is. They were in here. That is at Bicentennial Park on Thursday, July 18th. Stella Luna and the Satellites, Pioneer Park, Friday, July 26th. She's amazing.
I've seen them.
She is a bundle of energy. And I think that's it for the Mooresville.
And then, of course, April 6th at Pioneer Park,
Yes.
Cook and Bell and the Wombleys. And then April 8th at Bicentennial Park, Adam's Heart Mother.
Yes.
Got it, Rob. See, I told you.
And Trent says Kevin needs a date May 28th for his dinner date. And his Wednesday thing is Los Reyes, so that's where he's been.
Understood.
So, yeah, that's his normal Wednesday thing. We love Rob. Ladies, it's going to be an interesting 72 hours in Morgan County.
Yes.
You guys got a handle on things in Mooresville. I'm impressed.
I'm taking donations for my vacation afterwards.
July 4th at Pioneer Park. I apologize. You're taking donations for what?
For my vacation after the eclipse is over.
You've got the July 4th event coming up. You've got stuff rolling in. Mm-hmm. Then you got Old Settlers Days. Mm-hmm. It just keeps compounding.
It's all there.
Yep.
Yeah. I know. You guys are busy up there.
Yeah.
But we're extending that. We're trying to get our reach up to Mooresville. Porch time. We've got friends and family up there as it is. We've actually done a couple things up that way, but just sporadic. So we want to be more involved if possible. Mm-hmm. And there's reasons why. We got some business going on up that way we need to attend to.
We would love to have you.
Absolutely.
We would love to come up there. So anything else you want to talk about, ladies?
Did we hit everything on our notes that we had to
do? Want to mention your sponsors again one more time, your big ones?
Yeah. So we have Citizens Bank, Town of Mooresville, and Greens Roll-Off Service as our key sponsors. And then we did talk about the Boys and Girls Club. They're one of our blue sponsors, as well as Franciscan Health, the Greater Mooresville Chamber of Commerce, the Indianapolis Airport Authority.
Really?
Yes.
How'd you reel them in?
Careful.
They're amazing.
You can't tell me?
I mean, it's a whole process. You have to go and you have to apply for it, and you have to ask the right people. But
I mean, they're a sponsor of your show, of your event.
Yeah.
And you're not even in their county.
Right.
So how'd you pull that off?
I think that, so the airport has a thing with Mooresville for air traffic noise.
Well, real estate, that's a question that is asked, how close to the proximity to an airport. Right. So I imagine a municipality, easy for you to say, would have something in it as well. Plainfield, Avon, all those.
So we have something with them with air traffic noise. And I said, well, hey, if they're helping us out with the air traffic noise problem, then
they fly over Mooresville.
They fly over my house like 79 times a day.
I mean, we're on the path here too. I want money. I want some.
It's the late night landings that get me the.
Yeah.
That's all your FedEx stuff coming in and out. Early morning, late at night. So.
And it used to be Zydeco's crawfish too. She used to get her crawfish
flown in
overnight.
There is nothing better than fresh crawfish.
Fresh.
Loved it.
It's even better when you can put it in your own net and carry it to the.
Just the FedEx flight path. Just what I said right over Mooresville. There was an establishment right off Post where it was always filled with like 800 GIs, but they had fires like in the floor with kettles, and the waitress would come by with the bucket, scoop them on your table, and threw it on the ground. And of course, then you were doing a lot of this and this all night, literally.
Yep.
And I mean, I was like, this is guy heaven
with your corn
right
and
here.
potatoes. Yep.
Yep. It was so good. I want to go back, but I'm afraid I wouldn't leave that now. Anyway.
It's hard for me to leave when I go home to visit.
In Mississippi?
Yeah. And I usually go home for Mardi Gras. This year I didn't get to go because I'm too busy, but I usually go home for Mardi Gras and I'll spend a day or two.
We had a Mardi Gras event here in town we covered last year at Brick House on Main. It was fun. Yeah. And my daughter tasted hurricanes for the first time, and I think after her fourth one, she'd realized she'd had 3 too many. So
maybe that'll be my next year event in February. I'll do a Mardi Gras parade in Mooresville.
We need to create something between both communities and make it a Morgan County thing and throw in Eminence and Monrovia and Paragon and have something for celebrating Morgan County. Is there a number or something coming up, like 73 or 120 or?
I don't know.
I mean, more of those 200. When was the county formed?
Didn't the county? No, it wasn't. Martinsville had theirs last year.
Yes, ours was last year.
I'm not sure when the county was formed.
Man, we can have a hell of a concert. Rob, you can ever have 2
If somebody answers this, I'll give a free pair of eclipse glasses.
Yeah.
And I'll throw in, if you answer it, then you can get one and then another one free from her. So,
Seth, you were once home of Zydeco's out in Monrovia. I went out there. That was the first time I had her Gator Bites. Was out in Monrovia.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Those are good.
Yeah.
Where was she at in Monrovia?
She was on the north side of the road, and I want to say, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but that's where the Monrovia restaurant is now.
Okay. But Monrovia Bar and Grill, or
yes.
Main Street
Main
Bar and Grill. Yeah. 1822.
Now you Googled that, Allie. I can give her crap because she's part of the crew that got hit
Same
in the
building.
face
Yeah, Main Street's in.
with
Thanks,
a pie right here in this chair for money during one of our fundraisers. Yes, it was her doing. Oh, Trent, once again, you're second. We did trivia. We did trivia. And Seth beat him out, and Trent was second. And Trent's got some red spots on his body over that still. We can't talk about it. But Trent, you're second. You didn't win the trivia. Allie did.
Allie Brooks.
Oh, Mary comes in third. 1822. So Morgan County.
Wow.
So we're 2 years past. We could have really not on my phone. That was the argument the other morning. Interesting. Well, we got to come up with something. You're an event planner.
I am.
Second again. So yeah, we got to come up with something.
I don't know this guy, but
I know.
Oh, these are 2 of my favorites on mornings right here. Trent actually is a porch time cameraman.
Okay.
His duties when we go out, he's handled football games for us before, and then Seth. I'll be working with him at the fairgrounds this year, coming up with the concerts and stuff like that. And hang on, Trent's got it on his phone. Oh, that's hilarious. I don't know why his phone always shows him in first, and it does.
Really?
Yep, and that's what happened with Seth that morning. But unfortunately, my board is all things are official there, so I don't know why his phone goes first. That's crazy. Anyway, but yeah, good folks. We have good folks on here with us, and they've had fun with you guys tonight. So
good.
And you guys did a wonderful job promoting your business. Cheaters.
Way easier than I thought it was going to be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I told you we're nothing but professionals down here about this stuff. So
I was all good when I thought it was just audio, and then she's like, "No, there's a camera too." And I was like, "What? You mean I have to brush my hair?"
Did you see this? You look at this.
Yeah, but you don't get to work in your pajamas every day either. So.
Oh.
See.
So you get the PJ shift.
Yeah. I get to sit on the couch
and
binge watch stuff while I'm doing work. Yeah.
Well, I
sweatpants.
Dressed down for this occasion. I had business professional attire on today because I had a couple of appointments.
She had to leave the house.
I know she had closings, so she's like, gotta go get paid. Gotta look. Spiffy.
I mean, business is amazing.
Porch Time sponsored golf. Hey, we got our golf outing coming up. We will need sponsors for our golf outing.
There was one right before that, and I think it was a question. Sorry.
Ladies, We didn't get to hang out long, but it was a pleasure.
Aw.
There you go, Seth.
Thank you.
Thank you, Seth.
Such a gentleman. We do have a golf outing this year. It's called the Deputy Tim Coryell Porch Time Golf Outing. My brother Tim worked for Morgan County Sheriff's Department. He was a warrant officer, and he passed away October last year, cancer.
So sorry.
Oh, it's rough. And so Trent and him were actually Trent's a friend of the family. I gave him crap, but he's been a friend of the family for a long time. It's been fun. It's been real, but it hasn't been real fun. Exactly. So we're honoring, normally we give away scholarships to communication, but we're going to start honoring Tim that way by calling it that, and we're going to give away one scholarship for law enforcement of any kind, and then one for communication. So that's what we do with our golf outing, and it's at Foxcliff every year, and it's a huge event, and we have about 30 sponsors every year and 38 teams, and that's coming up
That's
at
really
the end of April 27th.
Perfect.
So that'd be good for you guys to buy a hole and sponsor for Mooresville 200.
April 27th is opening day for turkey season. Sorry, can't do that.
I'll be in
You
Florida.
don't have to come and use those turkeys, but you can buy a sign for a hole. Is what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
Absolutely. Yeah.
saying? I'm pulling strings here.
Yeah.
My best friend Timmy and Trent were best friends. I agree with that. 10-4. That was the day he passed, and of course, radio talk 10-4. So,
Yep.
10-4, 8:52. If you want to know the PM. Anyway, don't want to end on a somber note. We've got some good days coming ahead for you guys.
Yeah.
The weekend of the eclipse, you're going to be very busy. You have you're going to have half the United States east of the Mississippi in Morgan County and Mooresville, and it's going to be crazy.
I still have openings for vendors. So I still have vendor openings. I still have food truck openings for the weekend. All the information and applications for that is also on Mooresville200.com.
Yeah, if you got any questions, I'll go to Mooresville200.com.
Yep.
You can always message me. I can get a hold of the ladies and go from there.
Absolutely.
Here's how I always look at it. Back in the day, you used to put 125,000 people in the infield of the Indianapolis 500 on race day. Snake pit might have been there, but we had fun with it. That's how many people are going to be in our combined two cities the day of.
They've compared it to, once the eclipse is over, to 70 Super Bowls releasing all at the same time.
Wow.
Right? In our little area.
In our little burg.
In our
With
little
two
area.
highways, basically, to get in and out of.
Right.
Yeah.
One a highway, one an interstate.
And they said throughout the
Right.
weekend, Indiana Conservation said throughout the weekend it's going to be like 10 Woodstocks in Morgan County.
It's a lot of beer and
Yes.
weed smoked, I bet.
Can we
going
go
on.
back to Woodstock? Like, that would be great.
I'm not that. I mean, I'm old, but I was
I wanna go
67. I was born then, so
I want to go back.
back to
The
back,
music.
bell bottoms.
Yes. Yes.
No, bring your baby to Morgan County Fairgrounds for Trent. I decided. There you go. Those two are the best. You can catch them tomorrow morning at Coffee with Kevin, 6:30. All right, ladies.
All right.
If you have nothing else to talk about,
We're pretty boring.
Yeah.
no, you are.
Mooresville200.com. That's what I got to talk about.
We've been going an hour and 20 minutes. Do you believe that?
Nice.
That was my joke.
And, no, you did well. And I was worried about the 10-minute mark. We went an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Night. Love you, Trent.
Good night, Trent.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, Rick. Thanks. Hey, ladies, it's been my honor to have you guys down here today. Pleasure meeting both of you. Look forward to working
Thank
with
you.
you on different events. And
Thank you.
we will do that.
Perfect.
Especially the Victorian. I could even
You are all about Victorian
I have
Christmas.
to cut my...
How about I come back in like October and November and we
you
talk
got
about
to.
Victorian Christmas
I mean, it's
again?
a done
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah, let's do
That's
it.
what I'm saying. You thought I was kidding about Mooresville happenings once a month if you want.
Perfect.
Make a
Let's
show.
do it.
And we'll pick a day.
I'm working on all kinds of stuff for this year.
You got to.
I've already started working on my police department fundraiser again for the year too. I did a car show last year.
Very cool.
I think I'm going to do a Jeep show this year.
ZZ, I get it. Oh, I know. I did the show till 2:30 and then 6:30 this morning. Now I'm back on here again. I know I'm insane. And I worked all day.
Bet you love it.
I do. I love doing this. I love being part of this community. Mooresville month or whatever we'll call it. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
I have your number or messenger.
I'll give you
One
my
of the
card
two.
before
We'll
I
get it.
leave.
Yeah. We'll make it happen.
Awesome.
So,
Perfect.
ladies, thank you for coming in. And
Thank you.
we'll have you back on very soon. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in tonight. It's always good when you guys engage. We will be back on tomorrow morning. No sleep for the wicked, exactly. We'll be back on bright and early tomorrow morning, 6:30 a.m. for the best 50 minutes of your day. Well, this cup will be filled with pumpkin spice, I guarantee it. So, love you guys. We will see you soon.